What is lovely.
Dr. Silly.
Oh, please try to understand. Don't embarrass me. I hate to be obvious, really.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. There you go. It's a bee. Hold still. I'll get it. Isn't that silly?
When Monsieur Verdoux was released in 1947, several critics complained that Chaplin had made an old-fashioned film, with silent cinema gags and creaky situations.
I must have slipped, no doubt.
But in at least one respect, Chaplin moved with the times. He gave his public his unique spin on a current film genre, the serial killer movie. Monsieur Verdoux reminds us how much the art of cinema depends on using and mixing film genres. Audiences expect to find certain conventions at work in a horror film or a musical or an action picture. Audiences know as well that genres can mix with one another. We can have a musical western, like Annie Get Your Gun, or a science fiction film with a detective plot, like Blade Runner. And comedy can mix with any genre, as Young Frankenstein, Cat Ballou, and Mars Attacks suggest. But actually, can comedy mix with anything? How about murder? When Chaplin made Verdoux, serial killers were stalking through American cinema as never before. There was volatile Uncle Charlie in Shadow of a Doubt, the tormented protagonists of Hangover Square, and the lesser-known miscreants of Lured and Follow Me Quietly. In this context, Charles Chaplin, the most popular movie star in history, said farewell to his lovable tramp character and prepared to play a cold-blooded murderer, but not as a straight dramatic role. This would be a comedy of murders. 1940s American movies had already begun to treat killing with humor in films like Murder, He Says, and above all, Arsenic and Old Lace. But Chaplin went further. These other films were good-natured farces with unseen victims and dotty but lovable killers. They were unified by a broad comic tone. I don't think I'm alone in finding Monsieur Verdoux Chaplin's most disturbing film. It's taken me 40 years to appreciate it. Now I think of it as a remarkable accomplishment. What Chaplin did, I think, was to inject conflicting forms of comedy into those conventions. Instead of sticking to one comic tone, Chaplin tried out several registers of comedy. Instead of blending genres, he made them clash. To see how he does it, we'll need to consider the story closely, spoilers and all.
Don't be silly. You can't lasso a fish. Any fool knows that.
Oh, yes, you can. All you have to do is to place it over its head like that. And you pull it tight like this.
What's that?
A yodeler.
Oh, that ruins everything.
Certainly does.